Alright, so in this video I'll be showing you how to selectively desaturate portions of the image in a basic tutorial on the curves. I guess you can say curves tool. Now, first things first, I want to create a basic rough outline of what I want to desaturate. So if I want to desaturate the sky here, I'll just create a basic outline. To do this, you can use the curves or the paths tool. The paths you can use to create more of a precise cutout, but for the sake of time I'm just using the scissors tool. Now I have this selection. I'm going to go up, desaturate. Oops. You have to select the layers first. Desaturate. Now I have a desaturated sky. So it's rough. You can see some places where to desaturate the original image. But if you use the paths, that could be easily avoided. Now, for the curves tool. Now the curves tool is very powerful. It's a expansion on this levels, where you can adjust shades, colors, light and dark with just this line here. So let's say I wanted let's say this is a little bit blurry. Let's say I want to get rid of some of those blurry, get rid of that blur from the lights, that glare. Now if I bring this curve down, you can see that it makes the whole picture darker. Now if you bring it down up here, you can see it dulls any bright lights. So if I brought this curve up, you can see the lights shine more. Lights stick out against the black, but if I bring it down, they're dulled. So I'm going to pick a nice happy medium. Now with this I can do the overall light and dark of the image. So I'm just going to pick a nice medium. Then down here is more of the background portion of the image. So you make not the light, it doesn't affect any lighting, it just lightens or darkens the image. Now if you come up here, you can turn on the red in the under channel, drop down red, and now it will manipulate how apparent red is in the picture. So if I bring it up, then everything's turned to red except for the blue light. Now let's say I bring it down, right in the center is the original image, and I see more green and blues show up. That's because you're lowering the amount of reds that are in the image. So with this you can manipulate the colors rather than the shades. More or less green, and finally blue. So if I want the blue lights to stand out right here, I can raise up that blue. I want to make the shades of green on the trees really stand out, and raise the green up. Then let's say I want, like, the street lights to really shine, and raise up that red. But if I want to reduce the glare, I'll bring it down, let the greens and the blues sort of take over. So as you can see now, we have a manipulated image with just one curves. Now with this curves you can do, it's very much limitless. You can manipulate a basic photo so many different ways. So here's the original image, and here's the new image. So you see the blues stick out much more, the sky is desaturated, the greens are very vibrant now, instead of the dull brown green color. Now it's like a really nice shade of green. And the lights aren't so glary. Right here, over here. So that's just basic what the curves can do, and you saw selectively desaturate portion of the image. Now, the last thing I'll show you is what you can do with curves if you want different lightness or darkness in certain parts of the image. So I'm going to take this original and put it on top. So now, alright, so you see the original image. Now let's say I wanted this water right here to be really dark, or really light on the contrary. So I go with curves, bring the lightness up, see if I can bring that blue up too, sort of stand out in the water. Alright, so now it's very different. Now I'm going to come into erase, or what's better than erase if you know how to do layer masking, I would suggest this. Oops. Make sure you have an alpha channel so you can see the transparency. Now erase away so you can see the image directly underneath. So I'll speed this up a bit. Alright, so now we have this really light water along with the darkened other image. So we take that out, you can see the water gets much darker. You can do touch-ups to any portion you miss. I would suggest doing this with a layer mask if you know how to do layer masking. And of course, say you want the sky really dark. Go in, whoops. Now you have the original image again, made really dark, right? So you have a really dark image. Come in, whoops, with the alpha channel. Now obviously you probably wouldn't want the image this dark, but just a little bit of what you can do here. The combinations are really truly endless with the curves tool. You can accomplish so many different things. So many different combinations. So that's a basic introduction to the curves tool and the how to selectively desaturate images or decolorize. With that selective decolorization, you can use that for curves, threshold, colorizing it. It just allows you to pick certain types of certain parts of the image and then manipulate those to your pleasure using these different commands right here.